Welcome back to part 2 of How God's Hand Guides Trump's Presidency. In part 1, we explored reasons why many believe Trump's path to the presidency has divine backing, examining moments that seem to reveal God's purpose at work. In this segment, we'll dive deeper into Trump's key policies and the values he's chosen to prioritize, and how they align with biblical principles. We'll also look at what some faith leaders are saying, Trump's stance on pressing issues like family values, religious freedom, and his opposition to certain cultural trends. Join us as we uncover the ways in which God's guidance may be shaping Trump's leadership, and why his presidency resonates so strongly with people of faith. Stay tuned until the end for insights and perspectives that you won't want to miss.
I'm proud to be partnering with my very good friend Lee Greenwood, who doesn't love his song, God Bless the USA, in connection with promoting the God Bless the USA Bible. This Bible is the King James Version and also includes our Founding Father documents, yes, the Constitution, which I'm fighting for every single day, very hard, to keep Americans protected. Also, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance are all part of this God Bless the USA Bible, and it's just very important and very important to me. I want to have a lot of people have it. You have to have it for your heart, for your soul. Many of you have never read them and don't know the liberties and rights you have as Americans and how you are being threatened to lose those rights. It's happening all the time. It's a very sad thing that's going on in our country, but we're going to get it turned around. Religion and Christianity are the biggest things missing from this country, and I truly believe that we need to bring them back, and we have to bring them back fast. I think it's one of the biggest problems we have. That's why our country is going haywire. We've lost religion in our country. All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have many. It's my favorite book. It's a lot of people's favorite book. This Bible is a reminder that the biggest thing we have to bring back America and to make America great again is our religion. Religion is so important. It's so missing, but it's going to come back, and it's going to come back strong, just like our country is going to come back strong. In the end, we do not answer to bureaucrats in Washington. We answer to God in heaven. Christians are under siege. We must protect content that is pro-God. We love God, and we have to protect anything that is pro-God. We must defend God in the public square and not allow the media or the left-wing groups to silence, censor, or discriminate against us. We have to bring Christianity back into our lives and back into what will be again a great nation. Our founding fathers did a tremendous thing when they built America on Judeo-Christian values. Now that foundation is under attack, perhaps as never before. What can we do? Stand up, speak out, and pray that God will bless America again. I'm proud to endorse and encourage you to get this Bible. We must make America pray again. Pray, get educated, get motivated, and stand with me and the legions of Americans asking God to bless our great nation, to bring our great nation back, and to make America great again. I'm proud to partner with Lee in this offering. He's a very special man, both as a talent, but maybe even more so as a human being. He's very, very special. And I think you all should get a copy of God Bless the USA Bible now and help spread our Christian values with others. There you have it. Let's make America pray again. God bless you, and God bless the USA.
Wow, I don't know about you, but as I listened to Trump's speech, I found myself wondering if I was hearing a political leader or a pastor. This really highlights the sense that God's hand may be guiding his victory, aiming to reposition and redirect the American people toward the ways of the Lord. Now, let's hear what some clergymen have to say.
President-elect or a real Donald Trump and AJD Vance on a history-making campaign and victory. Our prayers are with you as you lead our nation. I pray you will act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with God. Micah 6:8. If you do this, he will bless you abundantly. Franklin Graham, the president of Samaritan's Purse and the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association posted, I thank God that our real Donald Trump won this election. This win is historic in many ways. Millions and millions of people were praying, and I believe God heard their prayers. John Piper of Desiring God tweeted, Presidential election results, he wrote. Having delivered us from one evil, God now tests us with another. The Lord your God is testing you, to know whether you love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Deuteronomy 13:3. Tony Perkins, President, Family Research Council. On X, election 2024 must not be the finish line for Christians in America. I pray it is a starting point. It's time for the church to arise. Our hurting nation needs a revival that only God can provide. Greg Laurie, pastor, Harvest Christian Fellowship, tweeted, "After winning the presidency, Donald Trump made this statement: 'God spared my life for a reason, to save our country and restore America to greatness.'"
Now, listen to Trump's plan about child abuse, transgender issues, and homosexual relationships. Stay tuned.
The left-wing gender insanity being pushed on our children is an act of child abuse. Very simple. Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this? I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly. I will declare that any hospital or healthcare provider that participates in the chemical or physical mutilation of minor youth will no longer meet federal health and safety standards for Medicaid and Medicare and will be terminated from the program immediately. Furthermore, I will support the creation of a private right of action for victims to sue doctors who have unforgivably performed these procedures on minor children. The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients, in this case, very vulnerable. We will also investigate whether Big Pharma or others have illegally marketed hormones and puberty blockers which are in no way licensed or approved for this use. My Department of Education will inform states and school districts that if any teacher or school official suggests to a child that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences, including potential civil rights violations for sex discrimination and the elimination of federal funding. As part of our new credentialing body for teachers, we will promote positive education about the nuclear family, the roles of mothers and fathers, and celebrating rather than erasing the things that make men and women different and unique. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. The bill will also make clear that Title IX prohibits men from participating in women's sports, and we will protect the rights of parents from being forced to allow their minor child to assume a gender which is new and an identity without the parents' consent. The identity will not be new, and it will not be without parental consent. No serious country should be telling its children that they were born with the wrong gender, a concept that was never heard of in all of human history. Nobody's ever heard of this, what's happening today. It was all when the radical left invented it just a few years ago. Under my leadership, this madness will end. Thank you very much.
Feel free to drop your comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. God bless you.